The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Go Cowboys! This is Talkin Cowboys. Streaming live from the Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco.
CeeDee Lamb, touchdown. End zone, Jake Ferguson. Prescott keeps it, and he bangs it in for the touchdown.
And now your hosts, Isaiah Stanback, Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez, and Kyle Youmans.
It's a wonderful Wednesday edition of Talkin Cowboys presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, live from the Star in Frisco, Texas, in the SWBC studios. Welcome in, everybody. We've got the whole cast and crew ready for you to rock today with Patrik "No-C" Walker, Josh Rodriguez, Isaiah Stanback, Chris Beam is in the back, and Kyle Youmans. So glad you're with us.
We're back.
We are so back. We took yesterday off, had a lot going on within travel and family.
It's okay.
Obligation.
Important thing. We get the people going.
Absolutely. Missed you guys yesterday. Glad to be back today and to talk about this Cowboys team trying to keep the offensive momentum going against one Dan Quinn.
We're not going to skirt past someone with trademark infringement.
Whoa.
Would you like to explain?
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
Interesting.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Correct.
Bring it, buddy.
Because correct me if I'm wrong.
Don't you do
If
it.
I'm wrong.
I need my.
But the Rico dance originated on
That's not right.
Talking
Cowboys.
And yet, here we are, enjoying seeing our brother Isaiah on the NFL Network, and out of nowhere,
Live and in living color.
Yes.
and out of nowhere,
Great show, by the way.
he starts doing the post-game breakdown of the Cowboys loss, and here comes the Rico dance.
No.
Yes.
Explain yourself.
Okay.
But did he do it on Talking Cowboys?
No.
Where did he do the Rico dance?
Good morning.
Okay. You guys done?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Beamer.
Explain.
Hey, Beamer. I've been a representative of Talking Cowboys for how many years now?
Since 2020. So that's
2020.
6 years, yeah.
6 years.
Yep.
Okay, 6 years.
This is our sixth
season.
Yeah.
And I am an extension of you guys.
That's fact.
I am an extension of Talking Cowboys. Would you guys disagree with that?
I would agree.
Wherever I go, I represent you guys.
Come on with
And I represent our listeners.
Okay.
So wherever I am, here, upstairs, on the toilet, or in the freaking Good Morning Football.
I'm good with that.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, that's right. I am going to represent my people. You know what else I did this week?
What'd you do?
Since we're bringing it up.
Sure.
Okay?
Bringing it up.
I did the Rico dance. You know why? Because I am Talking Cowboys wherever I go. You know what else I did?
What else?
I gave a shout out to Barry Church on the show.
BC?
I brought up BC, one of his quotes. You know his quotes? Yeah, it's going to cost you a little. It's going to cost you a lot, but it's going to cost you. You know what else I brought up? Nate Newton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, John Wick in reference to Aaron Rodgers. So wherever I go, I take my brothers with me because I am my brother's keeper.
Okay. So that being said,
I like it.
That being said,
that one.
Hold on. That being said, G Money.
Yes.
Okay. That being said,
Check that out on Friday
Right,
on
let
the
me-
movie section.
Allow me.
He's going to do a movie a segment on Good Morning Football.
Please allow me to rebut.
Go ahead, my brother.
To retort.
Allow me to retort. You shouted out Barry Church. I love it. You shouted out Big Nate. I love it.
I didn't say Big Nate though. I didn't say Big Nate. I just said his quote.
Okay, fair enough. But did you shout out Talking Cowboys?
I mean, do I have to? When
Yeah.
I feel like I'm.
The answer.
I feel like I'm one of the main ingredients here.
You are. But what we're saying is, for the people that don't know,
This is not infringement. If I was a personality that just came in the show and then jumped out the show and then started using our stuff, I would feel like you need to reference your.
But you're saying that you are foundational.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me just bring it down for a second. For 1 second. I think to echo what Patrik is saying, to kind of finish off the argument.
Yes.
It would have been nice if you just said our name.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe next time.
Is this a Cuban Missile Crisis today?
all of us.
All right.
That is the crisis of Good Morning Football. I
was thinking about my brothers, and I saw the opportunity, and I took it.
It was a little shout. So thank you.
It was a little bit of love.
That was for you. You guys think that anybody else knew that?
But you should have said
anybody else. Would anybody else?
This
have
is
known?
from Talkin Cowboys on DallasCowboys.com, where you get the best DallasCowboys.com.
That'd have been nice. But guess what? I had a
Slither of
opportunity. When I did that dance, who would know what I was talking about?
All the talking listeners.
The family.
Mm-hmm. You think the GMFB family knew what the heck I was doing?
Absolutely.
No. Absolutely freaking not. So that was homage to my brothers and our listeners.
It's okay.
It was communication.
And Chris Rendon in the chat says you should have said, because I'm always talking Cowboys.
You could have found
slid it in there.
Slide it in. Yeah.
Like the KY stat of the week.
It's fine. I'm gonna make a sign for you to take with you next time.
I'll take it with me.
So you can just hold up the sign.
Just take does not imply.
I thought I was doing a good thing, but it backfired.
Listen, we're just giving our boy a hard time.
We need to get some music on that.
Yeah, we love Isaiah. Isaiah's cooking up real nice. Make sure y'all check him out on Good Morning Football. If you have multiple monitors, if you have multiple devices, you can watch us concurrently at the same time. But you know what takes precedent.
Yeah, make sure you have the sound on with this one.
Yeah, have the sound on with this one. So we love him. We were having fun with him with that in the group chat before we got here. So we had to give him some smoke.
What is that, Josh?
Well, if you guys didn't know, Talkin Cowboys is brought to you by Black Rifle Coffee Company, the official coffee sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys, calling all Cowboy fans because if you didn't know, you get 10% off your total purchase on game days when you wear Cowboys gear at Black Rifle Coffee. Isaiah, I don't know if I want to give you one of these.
These are ice cold.
Those look soft and supple.
An ice cold espresso salty caramel Black Rifle Coffee. Do you want that?
I haven't had that one.
Or do you want the energy drink?
I have that shirt.
The Black Rifle Energy Zero Sugar.
I have that shirt.
So that's the one he wants.
That's the one you want?
Wild Frost. What's the flavor?
It's like a.
This is an energy drink. It's not coffee.
Oh, no. Give me the coffee.
Oh, you want a coffee?
Yeah, I want one of those espressos.
Salted
I
caramel.
thought he hated coffee.
Can I have that salty?
Beamer, I have been converted.
Yeah.
You know why?
Beam, we don't hate coffee on this program.
No.
Here's the thing is, he says he didn't drink coffee. Now he
not.
does.
That's right, Beamer. You know why? Because I am committed to this show, Beamer. I am committed to this show. Just because I did not like something, just because I didn't partake prior to them becoming a sponsor, you know what I did? I went ahead and I dove in.
You adapted.
Not like Trey Songz, but I dove in, okay? And I became a consumer of our sponsors' drink. Right? It's commitment, Kyle.
It is commitment.
I gave it a try. And you know what? Because I tried it, I adapted, and now I am one with the Black Rifle.
You know who needs to make some
Crack that open.
RTDs.
You don't have to.
Oh,
that was crisp.
That was crisp. See how the.
Are you going to finish this by the end of news and notes?
He's going to finish it right.
He's chugging. Okay.
No, dude,
Okay,
just.
Here it goes.
Right.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I'm not ready for
Two
espresso,
swigs.
Isaiah.
That's two.
Oh, that tastes good.
Right around like 9:34, we're just not going to be able to stop Isaiah. He's getting ready for QB vision.
Bottoms up.
Oh my!
And there we go. It's time for news and notes.
This is
all right. So the Cowboys.
Oh, so caramelly.
Caramelly.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's
Do it,
salted
Kyle.
caramel. Shouts to Black Rifle Coffee.
Do it.
Sip it. I'm not chugging.
What you sipping on?
Black Rifle
I don't
coffee.
even know. I do not know. No, I don't even know. I do not know.
We've got to get into news and notes.
We do.
Yeah,
I know.
Hey, 6'7". So, all right. News and notes. The Cowboys are back on the practice field today.
Yes.
You've caught the
It's
reference.
okay.
Caught the
It's all right.
reference. It's all right.
That's all they say in my house nowadays,
Yeah,
anyways.
Dads know.
Yeah.
So, Cowboys are back on the practice field today for the first time this week to start preparing for the visiting Washington Commanders. Based on the conversations that were had and heard over the radio with Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, and even Brian Schottenheimer, he downplayed it a little bit, which is kind of on brand for him as the head coach. He wants to see these guys on the practice field first, but he did express the same optimism with Jerry Jones saying and thumbs up on CeeDee Lamb and Kevontae Turpin, and possibly, likely even, returning this week to take on the Washington Commanders. So could be some firepower on the way for the Cowboys' offensive side of the ball. Well, no, see, what does that do for the defense? Not a damn thing. But it does help the offense even more. That's all I can tell you. And those are two big weapons, obviously, goes without saying. The expectation is also that Kalen Carson and Jonathan Mingo. So Kalen Carson is your defensive help that's on the way. You can view that however you choose to view it. He and Jonathan Mingo are expected to be activated to the 53-man roster this week. Cowboys really have until next Wednesday to make that decision, but it sounds like they're going to make it this week. We'll see. They did waive wide receiver Jalen Cropper yesterday to make room for at least one of those guys. He will go through waivers over the next 24 hours or 24 hours from yesterday, so we'll know today at some point, no later than 3 o'clock Central Time, if he cleared, and if he cleared expectation, and the hope is from the Cowboys is that he returns to the practice squad.
What do you believe?
I believe he clears.
Yeah, he'll clear.
Have you seen it?
Well,
and
remember, he was on the practice squad the entirety of the season, so teams have had ample opportunity.
Understood, but he's played.
Yeah, he played a little bit, but I don't think it changes.
Just wondering.
I think you're fine.
Yeah,
I think he clears. And if he doesn't clear, then congrats to him and wish him well no matter what happens. You know, obviously wish him well if he's on the practice squad here because you want a guy to do well. And if he gets claimed by another team, that means another team also believed in him. And, you know, shouts out to him for that. So as it stands, that's the only transaction. The corresponding move as far as activating Carson or Mingo, that hasn't happened yet. So give it another day or two. We'll see which one of those two things happens, if not both.
So if they activate, so they're leaving that spot open,
For the moment.
For the moment,
as we have this conversation, but you know how it goes.
It does.
As
it happens.
soon as
there's going to be something
Cowboys
that happens.
is done.
So with that spot open, they would need to clear one more spot.
Yes, if they want.
In order to reactivate Mingo and Carson at that point.
Yes, sir.
Who do you think that person would be?
That's the question, I guess. I don't want to throw names out there quite yet.
I was just saying if you're going to bite on the cheese. Jeez.
It may also be one of those situations where there's an injury that we don't know about quite yet.
Of course.
Where
it's always an injury.
Depth guy ends up with an ankle, something like that.
Right.
Ingrown toenail.
Yeah. What was that?
Ingrown toenail.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Just something.
Got to get something.
In terms of, because I think there's a conversation there when you're talking about Kalen Carson coming back. I don't know if that's necessarily help on the way, like you said.
So view it however you choose.
Can interpret that how they interpret that, but just curious to you guys, does it sort of feel like having Kalen Carson back into the fold? Does it feel like sort of like a starting over with Kalen Carson because you didn't necessarily get to see him play very well or very much in his rookie season?
It's a great question because I think he has had a reset period, right?
Yeah.
He's just trying to get healthy. He's just trying to stay healthy enough to where, because even he played through injury. Remember when he played at the end of his time playing, he played through some different things. I think this is his final clean slate. You get the opportunity, you get him out there, and you see what you hope you were getting out of the draft and in his opening training camp and things like that.
That opening game in Cleveland?
That opening game in Cleveland where he played well. I think all of those things are true, but you also have to have the expectation that he won't be an immediate help, and that there's going to be a little bit of a ramp-up period there.
But would it be safe to say that you might have an upgrade over a guy like Kaiir Elam?
Maybe.
That's
what you're hoping for.
And that's really all you can hope for. And I do agree. I do think this is a reset for Kalen Carson. I think this is basically a blow out the cartridge type thing. OG reference.
That's a great.
Oh, you know.
Yep.
So this is put it in your shirt, blow out the cartridge, put it in the
see
system,
if it works,
and
turn it back on. Playing Donkey Kong Country. You know.
Yeah. So I think that's what it is, and what it has to be for Kalen Carson, like you mentioned, and like I said a time or two, a double dribble. You got to know. Like I said,
played that the other day. It was
you really
NBA Jam. What was it?
No, double dribble.
Double dribble.
It's
before your
different.
time.
Okay.
Before your time.
My bad. I thought it was an NBA Jam reference.
Shut up, Kyle.
Oh, brother. Hit us, Beaver.
I didn't know what the reference was.
My bad. You said double dribble. I thought it was NBA
brother, this guy stinks!
All right, guys. Appreciate you joining us here on Talkin Cowboys. It's been so much fun.
He doesn't know anything about double dribble.
I know it's before his time.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, Kyle's a sound basketball player.
Apologies.
Wouldn't know what a double dribble was if it hit him.
Yep.
You know what's kind of crazy though? We don't have any sponsors in terms of that, but my sister just sent me some old stuff from like my mom's house. She was cleaning out like the basement and garage and all that. She sent me my old high school duffel bag.
Okay.
And she sent me my PlayStation, original PlayStation. PS1, buddy. The original, bro, with the games.
Loads in the top.
Bro,
with
me on NCAA, all my NCAA games and everything, bro. I'm about to hook it up with my son's room.
One thing I will never forgive my sister for. Never forgive her for it. And she knows this to this day. When we were kids and I had my original PlayStation, my parents saved up money. We didn't come from a ton of money. Saved it up. Got it for Christmas present, and it was the coolest present I had ever gotten in my life. My sister, like 2 weeks after getting it, maybe a little more like 2 months after getting it, she was probably 5 or 6. Yep. She, like, when it was open, the cartridge was open, there was a little ring at the top. And she thought like it was a ring that you could put on your finger. So she like clicked it off and put it on as jewelry. And I remember trying to click my CD, my game back in the top, and I was like, it won't spin. Why is it not spinning? And I was like, where is this part? Like, I don't know what's going on. I was probably 10 years old. I didn't know what to do. And I looked around, and she had it on her finger. And I was like, no way. And we took it to a place. They couldn't fix it at the time, and I ended up like not getting it. I never got to play that PlayStation ever again.
Your sister wanted to get married.
I don't know if it was on her ring finger. I think it may have been on one of the other ones.
By the way, Double Dribble was released in 1987.
Yeah, so that's
game was amazing.
Listen,
amazing.
As someone who has sisters, I can just tell you right now, the payback that would have occurred against their dolls, their dolls would have been. It would have looked like a scene from Saw.
That's pain.
Yeah, it would have looked like a scene from Saw.
As you can
Leg
tell,
over here, arm over there.
25 years later, I'm still feeling
that's trauma.
That one hurts.
Oh well.
Speaking of things that hurt, Kalen Carson did play through injury last year.
Yeah,
I tried to pull a cow. Did that work?
That was good.
That was
Keep
good.
going.
Okay. Solid.
Kalen Carson did play through injury, and like I mentioned a few times on the show, had some really in-depth, off-the-record conversations with that young man, and he told me about the shoulder struggles, also and how that compromised his ability to tackle, because he was honest with me. He was like, hey, when your shoulder is, popping in and out, you lose the willingness
to go hit.
Yes,
you do. And that was part of his draft tape. That was the good thing.
Yeah. So and
there were some things that needed to be better.
Yeah, people say, well, you say, hey, he's whiffing on. Yeah,
What is that?
I've had 3 shoulder
evidence.
Three labor surgeries.
Evidence.
I know
of
all
what
about
Kalen
it.
Carson is talking about.
To this day, bro, it's still mentally is like, I'm not gonna throw that arm out there.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So now that Kalen Carson is completely healthy and has so much time removed from the shoulder issues, like you said, hard reset. Now let's see if he's willing to get his body back out there. Let's see if one of the green flags coming out.
Is this his final chance?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
I don't think it can be when you're struggling with guys like Kyer Elam and Trayvon
current
Diggs
situation.
Right, current situation.
Okay.
And the future of some of those guys, too,
so
in this defense in particular.
Exactly. So I don't feel like this, as we have this conversation of him being activated likely this week, I don't think this is the final chance. I think that, as long as he's serviceable at this point, that's something to build on.
He just has to get back on track. Yeah. And that's something that he wasn't able to do, like we're saying, from the shoulder injury last year, even when he was trying to grit through it and play through it. It's a hard reset. If he's 100% healthy, just let him start from one.
Does he come in and leapfrog Elam on the depth chart?
I can't imagine how hard that would be.
I agree with that, but I don't think immediately, because I think that they have to feel him out as far as like grace. I mean, you're coming off of an injury, then another injury that had you on IR to start this season. So
I think he'll get opportunities.
Yeah, that's my point. He'll get opportunities, and he might leapfrog Elam in a couple weeks.
How much that?
So?
I mean,
that whole situation has turned.
If they are competing every day, then I can't imagine it'll be that hard for him to leapfrog Kyer Elam. But
give him a couple weeks or so, and it could happen.
But that situation has turned since.
That would be ideal for the Cowboys if Kalen Carson kind of hits the ground running and leapfrogs anybody on the depth chart. Then that's a good sign for him.
And that's not to mention Savone Revel either, who's on the come up.
Where's he at?
Still rehabbing.
Still rehabbing.
Do we have any word as to
not a thing?
The entire stance of the organization is that there has not been a setback. Oh, but my opinion, just my opinion.
They don't like using that.
They don't like using it. Period. I think it looks like that.
I will say this based in evidence to what Kyle is saying. I don't know that there's been a setback or not been a setback. I can tell you that he's now working in a brace. And he was not working in a brace
initially.
So do with that information what you will.
Yeah, it's tough to kind of really tell because we're not behind the scenes and we don't have the training, or two, the eyes of the training staff to get on it. But
nor the information.
You can just take context clues of, he was going to be back within the first month of the season. We're a month and a half in and he hasn't even gotten on the grass.
Can you please remind the people as to where he was drafted at?
Third round.
Yeah. And the expectation was for him to be back when?
First month of the season. Yeah.
Hasn't happened yet. All right. When we come back on Talking Cowboys, we flip our attention from the Cowboys offense to the Commanders defense, led by one Dan Quinn. We've got some QB vision on the other side of the break. More Talking Cowboys after this.
I'm home. Hey, Mom. Before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you... Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow. Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service, guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
If you're looking for fresh American roasted coffee that gives back, you need to head to your local grocery store and pick up a bag of Black Rifle coffee. That's right, America's coffee is now available in the coffee aisle of a grocery store near you. Black Rifle Coffee Company is veteran-founded with a mission to give back to those brave men and women who have served our nation. Every bag, box, or can you purchase helps support that mission. Head to your local grocery store and roast yourself some Black Rifle coffee today.
Every day begins with a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. We're with you. That's our promise to you, because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
we're with you. We're united.
How's it going? You see that Cowboys game?
Oh, I watched. Been seeing some good things.
Totally. They have some talent.
Yup, some great talent.
And they got some fight.
Hoping this is the year.
Me too. Oh, I'm Cody, by the way.
I'm Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys!
Make a new friend based solely on their shirt choice. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
Back to Talkin' Cowboys.
Back here on Talking Cowboys, this segment of the show is brought to you by Invisalign, the official smile of the Dallas Cowboys. Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez, Chris Beam in the back, and Kyle Youmans. We've got Isaiah Stanback back in the building.
Yay.
How is that? Do you like that? That Black Rifle?
Get you some.
That's the new jingle. That's it.
Get you some.
Bro, that's like one of the best logos ever. Like, you know what the funny thing is? Before I left the other day, did the pregame, postgame shows for the Cowboys, and then I went and go hop on a flight.
Yep.
I grabbed my bags, and I was like, okay, I need some comfortable clothes to wear on the flight, on the airplane. I grabbed my Black Rifle T-shirt, and it had that logo on it. And I was like, I love this shirt. It's a comfortable shirt. What you can't see on that particular logo is he's holding like a weapon.
Yeah.
And, Black Rifle.
A Black Rifle, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this is probably not the shirt to wear.
Walking onto the American Airlines.
You'd be like that one dude on the airplane.
Yeah. Not your regular size human walking on a plane with a black rifle with a freaking, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Sasquatch holding a rifle. Probably not a good decision.
My word.
It's good, though?
Is that it? Is that
CSA is going to get real friendly with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, seriously. This Wild Frost, zero sugar,
solid
Black
stuff.
Rifle.
Did you know?
Can't go wrong.
Fun fact today before you say what you're going to say.
Yep.
When you walk on an airplane, so my wife used to be a flight attendant.
Mm-hmm.
And did you know that when you walk on an airplane, the flight attendants are, what's the best way to say? They're
profiling.
They're profiling you to see who can help in an emergency situation. Did you guys know that?
Really?
Yeah, they profile you to say, okay, who can, in the case of an emergency, who can I go up to help us in a situation that I need some physicality?
That explains why I'm always like, oh, hi, how's it going? They're like, oh,
bro. So ever since I was made aware of that, like I can literally see. I can see when I'm being profiled in that way, right? Not negative profile, but like profile. I'm super aware now. Like they look at you, they're like, "Hi," and I'm like, "Yeah, you just put me in that bucket, didn't you?"
Yeah. Whenever I walk on, every time they've got a clipboard and they say, and then cross it out.
Back on the cartoon.
How's it going?
Hear the pencil scratching across. Quick shouts out to Chris and Jonathan. I see you both. Yes, Tokyo Ghoul. If you know.
Yeah, I synced it.
They know.
You know what else you've seen?
What else have I seen?
You've seen some film because it's time for a little bit of QB vision.
Wide 80. Wide 80. It's time for QB Vision with Isaiah Stanback.
All right, let's talk about it. Not a whole lot to talk about because you guys already know this. All right, I know our listeners are educated because we always ensure that you are the what? Smartest ones in the room. You know this guy. You know Dan Quinn, right?
Yeah.
Washington Commanders. He was your guy for a number of years.
A little bit.
He had this defense balling. He changed the culture over here, so we know what he's all about.
Balling.
Who does he have over there that you're familiar with? Well, there's a handful of guys. Doris Armstrong. Kind of know him. He's
seen him before.
Little bit beat up right now. Hamstring issues in and out the game, but you know what he provides when he is there. Other names, okay? He has some veteran contributors. There's
94.
Yeah, 94. Deron Payne. He's still a dude. He's still a dude. Deron Payne's still a dude. Is he as much of a dude as he once was? I don't believe so.
Major Payne.
But you still got to respect him.
He's in the killing business.
Yeah, he in the business. Killing his business is not so good right now for them. Javon Kinlaw, another big name that everybody's familiar with. He's been a really good player for a very long time.
I thought he would be a better player, though.
Me too. Let's go to.
He'd be a dude.
Who else do they have? Jeremy Reeves, Marshawn Lattimore. Tostito Plaza.
He's cooked.
So those are also then Von Miller. That's another name that you guys would be familiar with just from being a veteran in the league. He's kind of a hired assassin at this point.
The eternal rookie.
Bro, he's walking around just collecting checks, right? From whoever wants to give out a contract. So
Buffalo.
Those are the big names that you guys know.
Still playing at a high level, to be fair.
For sure. Okay.
Define high.
Yeah. Noah Igbenogany. I couldn't say his name when he first was here, but he's still there as well. Those are all names that you guys are familiar with that, in my opinion, are not doing amazing things. They're guys that have big names, but they're not doing amazing things outside of 94 Deron Payne. Put some respect on his name. Now, let's get to the guys that you know their name and they are contributing. Let's talk about their linebackers. Bobby Wagner.
Know about that guy.
Hall of Famer.
Gold jacket.
I know
Dude,
Bobby.
How is he still
that good? Bobby
making 200 tackles a year.
And how is he?
That's an exaggeration, but not by much.
We had a chance to get him
by
here.
What? One?
We did have a chance.
We had a chance to get him here. We opted to go in a different direction, and that individual is no longer playing football.
DQ tried to get him here.
I know, but he ended up getting him there. So Bobby Wagner is still one heck of a middle linebacker in this league.
Absolutely.
Just he is a vampire in the sense that he just seems to not age.
A fountain of youth, if you will.
Oh, and he also just like disappears off the film and then pops up where the ball is.
Listen,
like he just like teleports.
He can't see himself in the mirror or anything.
Bro.
Yeah, like a night crawler.
And if he's in the area of the ball, you're probably going to the ground because he's a tackling machine.
Yep.
He has a comrade. They gave him a bash, bro. Would you say?
Comrade.
Yes. And Frankie Lavu. Frankie Lavu. I like him. Luvu. Really good player. Okay, so 54-4. Those two.
Luvu is about that action.
He's about that action, boss. Both of those guys will run and hit.
Yeah.
Bobby.
He's kind of crazy, man.
I like him. I mean, that's what you want, right? If
You're crazy, man.
I like you. If you have a solid middle linebacker, the best thing you can do is give him somebody on outside of book in him, right? Book in him with linebackers that can run and hit, right? Yeah. That are just violent, sometimes reckless. But guys that see ball, hit ball is the reason why we're looking forward to the DeMarvion Overshown coming back. He's that style of player. Yeah. Shamar James, came at 17 tackles his first game. Like those guys that see ball, hit ball, they don't hesitate because the middle linebacker is always going to ensure that they're right. So those are the two guys on this defense that I believe is really the core of their team right now. Those two plus Deron Payne. What do they do? Well, we know what they do. We know that they're going to do a four-man front. We know that they're going to load the box up. We know that they're going to play single high safety, and they're going to mix up coverages between primarily playing cover one, press one, and playing cover three. And every so often they'll mix in a two high safety, but they do it in a way that, we're being very, very sneaky, is single high, and then all of a sudden their safety, who is a down safety, strong side line safety, turns and runs. As soon as you see that guy turn at the snap of the ball and run, they're running to a cover two.
Okay.
It's is plain as day. I mean, it's ridiculous, right? They're not hiding it at all. They think they're being tricky, like, ooh, I'm in the box. And then they literally, and then have to snap at the ball.
It is Halloween after all.
They're not backpedaling. They're not angling. They are turning and sprinting because they have a long way to go to get to their position. It's very obvious when they're going too high safety. So with all that being said, there's nothing that they're going to do that you're going to be surprised by. There's nothing that they're going to do that you haven't seen, that you're not comfortable with, that you're not confident in being able to eliminate. What do they do well? Don't get in 3rd and long. That's really it. I wish I had more to give you. Don't get in 3rd and long. These guys are going to press you. These guys are going to bring pressure occasionally. When they do bring pressures, it's usually up the middle with one of those linebackers. They want to come through the middle of they want to come through the middle of your set. They're going to widen out the defensive ends, and they're going to try to get your offensive line to go from being hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, and they're going to try to spread these guys out to create running lanes for their linebackers to go ahead and penetrate and get to your quarterback. These guys are 6th in the league in quarterback sacks. They have 18 quarterback sacks on the year. They are doing relatively well in that department. In terms of rushing yards given up, not great, Bob. Not great. Middle of the league, middle of the pack there. In terms of passing yards given up, bottom of the league, okay? Bottom 6, I believe it is. These guys are giving up yards. Yes, sir.
I have a question for QB Vision.
What you got there, sir?
Do they prefer zone or man coverage?
Oh, man, sir. Man. Yeah, they're manning. They are manning. No Peyton. These guys want to get up to the line of scrimmage, put hands on you. They want to bless you. And so there's a lot of opportunity to get these guys in the passing game. But I truly believe, as good as their linebackers are, that you can still run the ball. I really think that you can run the ball. And with their guys playing down in the box, 7-man box, sometimes 8-man box, depending on your personnel grouping offensively, if you can get that effective running game going, you can throw the ball all day long because they don't have one corner that can take away what you do passing-wise. Not one. They brought in Marshawn Lattimore to be that guy. 2 years ago, they brought him in. They traded for him. They gave up some solid draft equity to get him in there because they thought he was that goon on the outside that can come up, press you, bring the attitude, and put hands on you at the line of scrimmage. He's not that. Whatever they thought he was, he is not what they thought he was. So they don't have a guy. So what can they do? All they can do is try to get pressure with their front four, and they don't have a guy. Von Miller, Dorrance Armstrong, none of those guys are really getting to the quarterback right now. It's typically by committee. And if you find yourself in a 3rd and long situation, that's where they're getting these 18 sacks. They're forcing you to hold the ball because they're pressing you up on the outside, and they're not allowing your receivers to get clean releases. So as a quarterback, what do you have to do? I have to sit back. I have to hold the ball a little bit longer, right? Instead of getting rid of it in 2.7 seconds, I have to hold it to 3 seconds, right? So that my receiver can actually get some separation. And usually by that time, Dan Quinn is banking on his guys getting to your guy. That is all they do. That's all they've shown in these first 6 games. That's all they have shown for the last few years of Dan Quinn. They're just a little bit less effective this year.
And they're top 10 in the league in terms of running zone. To give you a little bit more concrete answer, they run it about 36% of the time, which still means it's more than most teams do in the league.
And it's single. So
most of it is cover 1, cover 3.
Yeah, so 3
I think 50% of their snaps are cover 1 and cover 3 is what it looks like here.
So when Kyle gives you guys that stat, don't be, oh no, they play a lot of zone. They play in cover 3.
Yeah.
Cover 3 most oftentimes turns into cover 1.
All right, and this is why I posed the question, because I wanted you guys to break this down just the way you're doing it for the fans so they understand, because they might log into like a Next Gen or PFF
and see,
they might see
there's a lot of zone.
A lot of zone, so we can take it. Not so fast, my friend.
It looks like, so cover 3 looks like cover 1 oftentimes until you have receivers that run across the formation. When receivers cross the field, that's when it causes a lot of issues for cover 3, because now you have a safety that has to make a decision on which direction to go. Who is he taking? Is he taking the over route? Is he taking the shorter route? Is he taking the deep post that's threatening him over the top? You can create a lot of issues. Again, if you can block it up and you can stay in good down and distance. I am not afraid or even threatened a little bit. I respect the heck out the coach and what he can do. If you can stay in good down and distance situation, I don't foresee this being a problem. But you better figure out 94 and you better not allow 54 and 4 to have run-throughs.
My thing is, at least with this defensive line, you're not going up the Panthers front again, which sounds kind of crazy. But now that we know the result of what the Panthers did to you with Derek Brown and Na'Shawn Robinson, you're not facing that this week. You have to respect Daron Payne, of course, but it's not like you're unfamiliar of what these guys are presenting to you. You know Dorrance Armstrong, and you know what he's going to do. For me, like you said, it's the linebackers. It's Frankie Louvu. It's what Roseboom did to Dak last week in kind of giving him fits and kind of getting him off his spot. Louvu is going to do that tenfold. He's going to do that a lot. And Bobby Wagner's there to clean up a lot of that mess because he can. He can cover the middle by himself, it seems like. So you have to be concerned there. Sainristil, is that his Sandstrill is Dan Quinn's J. Lou. That's what he's using him for. 80% of the time he's in that nickel formation covering the slot. So you have to be aware of that. Having CeeDee back for this game, if at all possible, is going to be huge for you because you will be able to clean up on the outside with CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens.
And I tell you, this has to be a bounce back game for this ground attack from the Cowboys. And you mentioned it's the way you mentioned it as far as the Panthers front. All credit due to those guys. They absolutely just bullied
9-4, 9-5. Those guys had a day.
Absolutely, they did. But I see that and I hate it. But then I see what they did against a front that had Quinnen Williams, and I love it. I see what they did against a front that had Kayvon Thibodeau and Dexter Lawrence, and I love it. So these guys in the trenches for the Cowboys, offensively, they can move bodies. They just didn't do it last week. And then we'll see if Tyler Booker talk about guys returning. You're likely getting Kevontae Turpin back. You're likely getting CeeDee Lamb, like you said, massive, because it just – I mean, even with George Pickens and let's say Flanoy continues to contribute, that duo alone stresses their personnel. But then you add CeeDee and George, and it's just like they better pray for anything but rain because rain is coming. But then when you look at the offensive line, if Tyler Booker can get back on the field to help you with that push against a guy like Daron Payne, then maybe you can, and hopefully you can get Javonte Williams going again. You do that, now you're in third and mid, third and short, and it's just fair game from that point.
And at that point, you just have to eat the clock, man, because you don't want this defense out there very long.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And I've got a question when it comes to pass rush, because you were talking about the sacks. They have 18 sacks on the year, top 10 in the league in that category. But they're kind of middle of the pack in terms of time to sack, which is becoming more and more of a prevalent stat in the next-gen era. They're about halfway, actually below average, more than anything. How do they get their pressure? Because there's a blitz percentage there that Dan Quinn will use certain guys. Where does it come from? If Dak Prescott is going to be pressured, where is it coming from?
It's coming from the middle. I mean, they're blitzing from inside, but it goes back to the point I made that if you find yourself in a third and long situation, what are their corners going to do? They're going to come up and press, right? And if you come up and press, it disrupts my ability to get off the ball. If it normally takes me 1.5 seconds to get to 10 yards, now it's taking me 1.8, 1.9, you know what I'm saying, to get to 10 yards. And then when I get to that point, now I got to try to get your hands off me. Like, the quarterback is having to sit back and hold the ball to allow the receiver to do his work. Right? I have to allow my receiver to do work at the line of scrimmage. I have to allow my receiver to do work at the top of his route. And that's why teams that have corners that can press and you have defensive lines that can get to the quarterback, it's the reason why those are some of the most disruptive teams in the league. We can go back in history. You can go back to Seattle, Legion of Boom. That's why they were so effective, right? The defensive line was absolutely nasty, and the cornerbacks can come up and press you with the long arms. That's what Dan Quinn wants to do. That's what he's coming from.
So that allowed Cam and Earl.
Exactly, right? So now the quarterback's having to force balls and get the ball out earlier than he wants to. That's what he wants to do schematically. He doesn't have the corners to do it. So if you can get CeeDee back, if you can get Turpin back, if you can have George out there,
guys that win at the line of scrimmage,
now you're screwed, because now you have, whether you're running 1 or whether you're running 3, it looks the same. The only difference is, if you're running 3, you have 4 underneath defenders. If you're running 1, you have 3 underneath defenders that are responsible for guys coming out the backfield, responsible for tight ends. Everybody has a responsibility, versus cover 3. My outside guys are playing it like man, but they're responsible for that third of the field. If you can overload them and overload their responsibilities, you can really, really take advantage of them.
I found the exact number. 57% of snaps from Dan Quinn's defense have been in cover 1 or cover 3. So more than half the time they're running that.
And when they run 2, it's the most obvious thing in the world.
Close. Yeah.
They don't disguise it at all.
No.
All right.
But we're used to that.
When we come back.
Oh, here I go.
Speaking on the same thing about George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb returning, Kevontae Turpin returning, what is the target share going to look like with those guys? Because George Pickens has had an incredible couple of weeks. How do you keep that momentum going without taking opportunities away from CeeDee Lamb? There's only one ball to go around. When we come back with more Talking Cowboys.
1B.
How's it going? You see that Cowboys game?
Oh, I watched. Been seeing some good things.
Totally. They have some talent.
Yup, some great talent.
And they got some fight.
Hoping this is the year.
Me too. Oh, I'm Cody, by the way.
I'm Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys!
Make a new friend based solely on their shirt choice. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
If you shout, "How about them Cowboys?" you have that undeniable passion that's the heart of Cowboys Nation. And if you like to drink Dr. Pepper, you love the unique blend of its 23 flavors. Together, your one-of-a-kind fandom paired with the one-of-a-kind taste of a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper is the game day lineup that can't be beat. Better yet, gather your Cowboys and Dr. Pepper fan friends to watch the next game and crack open a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper for everyone. The wins will be even tastier. It's a pepper thing.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
I'm home. Hey, Mom. Before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you... Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow. Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service, guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
Back to Talkin' Cowboys.
Back here on Talking Cowboys, presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, the official coffee of the Dallas Cowboys.
Get you some.
Appreciate you joining us.
We're consumers of our sponsors.
Yeah, shout out
and we've converted Patrik Walker. This is a big deal.
They found one. They found something for him.
The fact that he's drinking anything that has the label coffee on it is crazy.
Because it's not coffee.
Not coffee.
It's okay.
And shouts to Black Rifle Coffee.
But shouts to Black Rifle Coffee because they're versatile. You're making your point.
You know what happened?
Versatile.
You know what happened? They listened to the show.
Yep.
And they saw, No C
They're
doesn't
like,
drink
how
coffee.
can we get No
We
C?
need something for No C.
Yes.
What can we do? Boom, zero sugar energy drink.
No C stands
R&D
for no
matters.
coffee.
Ooh. See, this is why R&D matters. Research and development. You listen to your consumers, and you create for them.
Right.
No doubt about
Black
it.
Rifle.
Speaking of creating, there's only a certain amount of opportunities that you can create on an offensive side of the football.
You got a medium-sized pizza, and you have 3 hungry participants.
You think it's medium-sized, or is it a large?
Even if it's a large, I eat a whole medium pizza by myself.
That's an extra large pizza.
Extra large pizza, but you got 3 huge appetites.
Okay, who are those 3 appetites?
Well, you got CeeDee Lamb.
Okay.
You have George Pickens.
Show notes.
Oh, and then you have the guy who catches everything pretty much at 5 yards and in.
Jake Ferguson.
Yeah.
The leading tight end reception leader in the NFL.
And top
5 in overall receptions. Yeah, that guy.
So 3 huge appetites, 1 pizza. How do you slice it?
There's the question. Ooh. We're talking pizza.
I think you it's a new pizza every play. It's a new pizza every play. I mean, you don't go into any of these plays saying that, okay, well, going for the whole game, we're all going to work from the same pizza. And, George, you're on a heater, so we're going to make sure we target you, 9 times and CeeDee 7 times or 6 times until further notice. No. You take what the defense is giving you. And that's why I love what Dak Prescott is saying when he's asked questions about, when CeeDee was on the field.
Yeah.
And he's asking him, well, do you find yourself sometimes looking for CeeDee? Do you find yourself sometimes looking for George after you've targeted CeeDee 2 or 3 times to make sure George gets involved or Jake gets involved? His answer is always no. You take what the defense is giving you.
Which is fair.
And that's how you should approach it. So
that should be deep dish pizza this week.
There you go. Chicago style, if you will.
Ooh, love deep dish.
So if you approach it that way, you should be mad at Chicago. But if you approach it that way, then by the end of the game, because there should be no egos in a win, okay, maybe this particular game against the Commanders, CeeDee comes in and he goes off 12 catches, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns, and maybe George has, 6 catches for 60 yards. Jake has his handful, and everybody's happy if it's a win. Okay.
Absolutely.
Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe George goes off again and it's 150 and 1 and whatever the case may be, just approach it rep by rep.
I think that's the right answer. I think that's what they should, as a team, rely on, is take what the defense can give you. But we've seen, at least in a short sample size going into week 3, there was a considerable effort to get CeeDee Lamb the football in weeks 1 and 2. There wasn't as much of an emphasis on getting George Pickens the football in weeks 1 and 2. It happened 3, 4, 5 down the road, and he's been incredible, and he's earned
the primary
more opportunity when he was the primary receiver.
Correct.
So at some point, we haven't seen, or through the first 6 weeks, we have not seen them have an emphasis on getting both guys ample opportunity early in the game.
Do you think it could happen?
That's what I'm asking. Do you think we can get to that point?
Absolutely. You have to make it happen. And granted, if the defense's plan is to, let's avoid that at all costs, like Dak is saying, take what the defense gives you.
Jake Ferguson.
I mean, if that's what they're giving you, that's what they're giving you.
Yeah.
Get first downs and control the clock, man. At this point, I can't stress enough how important this is to me watching the game, is that you don't want to see this defense on the field at all. So just keep the ball as long as humanly possible.
Jeremy Reeves is going to be responsible for guarding Jake Ferguson.
That's fair. Think about it this way.
I like that. I like those words.
I like that a lot.
I like those words.
Let me ask you guys a question. And this is a realistic question. Do you think that there's a chance Dak Prescott throws 40 times in this game?
I hope not.
I hope not either.
But do you think there's a chance?
There's a chance.
Okay. If that were to happen, then look at the split. Then let's say you do a split. You target CeeDee 10, you target George 10, you target Jake 5 to 6. That's 25-26.
You're off by 12.
Right, fair. You got a lot of space there.
Yeah.
You got space. And then you sprinkle in Kevontae Turpin, a Flanoy, whatever. I'm saying if this turns out to be a game where Dak has to throw 40 times, it's easy to, split.
Can you win like that with this team, though? Because if you're throwing it 40 times, a lot of it is going to be working from behind because you're having to catch up and you're trying to play on the offensive side.
Which will happen.
The answer is no.
Which will happen
I don't think you
the
can win
defense
like
is on
that.
the field.
The answer is no. If you're relying on Dak Prescott throwing 40 times, you're just opening yourself up for issues. For me, it's consistency and running the ball and being able to spell in those things. And a lot of that, too, it's not for me just splitting the reps between George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, but Ryan Flanoy, man, he should be able to eat in these scenarios. Not that I don't necessarily want Jake Ferguson to get the targets, but in this game, they should be abundant, but the outside is going to be wide open. Man.
I like what you're saying, too, about first downs. Because that's such a fundamental aspect that fans sometimes, and I forget about it sometimes, forget about because of first downs. I mean, look at the way that it was broken up in the Panthers game, and Isaiah had a great stat on the post game where the Panthers had 27 first downs, 14 of them were
on the ground.
Were on the ground. Dallas had 14 first downs total and only 1 on the ground. You got to be able to move the chains, keep your defense off the field. If the defense is going to play as poorly as they have, keep them off the field as much as possible. But you also cannot hinder the success of your offense because if you're only going to get 6 possessions in the football game, you've got to take advantage of the majority of those possessions.
Agreed.
And I'm not talking 3. I'm not talking Brandon Aubrey. I'm talking you got to find pay dirt on 4 or 5 or 6 possessions in order to even have a shot with the way that this defense is playing. The way you do that and the way you consistently win time of possession effectively and still end up with points is by converting on first downs.
100%.
Plain and simple.
And quickly to the chat, Robert Rodriguez says, and I think he was addressing Josh's point about Flanoy. He said, I feel like CeeDee and Flanoy have the same skill set. No. No, in the capacity of they both can get you yak, I agree. Flournoy is more physical than CeeDee as far as being able to run through tackles. CeeDee is more elusive in open space.
And that's not to say Flournoy isn't physical.
No, it's not to say Flournoy is.
But there are levels.
He's more physical.
Yeah.
Right. So I would honestly
not to say CeeDee is physical.
Yeah.
Because CeeDee is.
Yes.
I would say, but just not to the level of Flournoy. I would say the better comp would be there might be a little bit of redundancy between Flournoy and Pickens because Pickens is physical.
I can see that.
Right. So just, jumping in.
I just don't think
they're different receivers.
They're different receivers.
Every receiver is very
I wouldn't
different,
classify Pickens as.
No, I'm saying if you're going to say there's any amount of redundancy between Flournoy and any of the top two guys, it's more Pickens than it is CeeDee. CeeDee is tough. He proved that last year.
I think
and he can be physical, but Flournoy is.
I think he's more Turpin than he is any of those two guys.
Flournoy feels more Desi.
I feel like he's more Turpin in this offense than those other
Flournoy?
two. Yeah, Flournoy.
He feels more Dez.
He's the guy that you want to get the ball in his hands now.
Yeah, the route running isn't as crisp, but
exactly.
His radius isn't so
he's quicker. He's faster.
Yeah,
I want to get it in his hands by any means necessary.
All right, that's going to do it for us here on Talking Cowboys. We'll be back tomorrow. We flip it, offense versus defense. The Cowboys defense, can they figure it out against Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders offense? We're going to talk about it tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central Time, right here on DallasCowboys.com. For Patrik "No C" Walker, Josh Rodriguez, Isaiah Stanback, Chris Beeman, thanks so much, Black Rifle Coffee Company. We appreciate you giving us some energy this morning. I'm Kyle Youmans saying so long from Talking Cowboys. See you tomorrow.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?